Time for Tech Tips. Today we're talking about data breaches through email.
More than 2 billion personal records were recently exposed, all through an email marketing service. Stan Prager from GoGeeks joining us to tell us more about it. This is pretty devastating,
This is a big one.
It really is, and it's unusual, because in the past we've seen these with, retailers or hospitals or, various other, but this is an email marketing verification company. Which is kind of strange. You don't really think about, what this is. I mean, who knows about that? It's called verifications.io. It's an Estonian-based company, and you never would. And they have some offices in Florida. But basically, when you receive emails from retailers or what have you that is sent out to you, that's geared towards your interest.
Target or anything else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So these companies will then go to an email verification firm like this to make sure the email is correct and to kind of match up the demographic. So just to give you an idea of how scary this is, the information that fell out to the public view, not only your name, but your address, your telephone number, your IP address, so your computer's IP address, your mortgage amount, your mortgage rate, your credit score. So I mean, it's basically a connect the dots for identity theft.
And some 2 billion different consumers.
Well, apparently, so initially they thought it was 763 million,
which is a small number, but huge.
Pretty bad, right? And then the day it was announced, the company just went dark and their website came down. So we don't know what happened with them.
They're just MIA.
But they're MIA, yes. But so basically, since then they've determined that it could be over 2 billion records at this point because it included businesses as well as individuals. So some people were represented more than once. And this is the kind of stuff that goes to the dark web and that then criminals can then use to fashion an identity theft strategy or a email phishing strategy because they know so much about you. Yeah. So and we've talked about that in the past, where they lurk in your email.
Right.
So they don't have to lurk. They already know
They have it. So what do we do? How do we know that we're one of these 2 billion that might be involved?
I'd say there's a good chance we are if it's 2 billion.
My guess is that of the 3 of us in this room, all 3 of us have been affected.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Well, I don't have a mortgage, so I'm good,
but
right?
You can have mine if you'd like it.
No, that's okay.
I'm willing to share.
No, I'm not looking for one.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, they what you can do is certainly when something like this happens, you should always change your passwords for your major things that you deal with just to protect yourself. One of the things, these emails were all attached to social networking platforms. So the passwords that you have for your Facebook, your Instagram, things like this, these are the kind of things you should change because they know that you're using this email. You might have 5 or 6 emails, but you're using this one to register your Instagram account.
Sure.
So that targets you. It's also a good time to get your computer checked out to make sure that there's no malware on there. Like at GoGeeks, we offer free diagnostic for people to bring it in. You could bring it to lots of different places, but the goal would be to get it checked out just to make sure because this is the kind of thing where something like this happens. It presents a tremendous amount of opportunity. And criminals love opportunity.
They do. Right. Also, it's always good to have some type of a credit score monitoring system, or even if you yourself can just periodically check your credit score.
You freeze yours, right?
I froze it.
Yes.
So if someone were to get my information and try to take out a line of credit,
they can't.
Unless they somehow hack into my account and are able to unfreeze my credit. But it's another level of security.
The problem here is that these are all tools of criminals. So, they may not have your social security number in this breach. That's somewhere else. They can put the pieces together, and identity theft is right around the corner, so you've got to be careful.
All right, Stan, thank you.
Thank you.
When we